Good afternoon. My name is Patrick Sweeney, Superintendent of the Napa Valley Schools. We want to thank our parents, staff, students, community members for your support this week. It's been a busy week and it's only Tuesday. First and foremost, our schools are ready to begin classes tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday, August 27th, school will begin again, except for the Stonebridge Charter School, which will begin at a later date. All the schools, all 30 schools, have been inspected by architects and structural engineers, and they are safe and ready for students and staff tomorrow morning. Some schools do have minor repair issues, and those will be made over the next several weeks. Tomorrow, Wednesday, August 27th, elementary and middle schools have a regular early release, which means the students do get out a little bit earlier. All the high schools will be on the regular full-day schedule. Lastly, the City of Napa has been a great partner as the County of Napa, the County Office of Education, obviously our utility agencies and families. The City of Napa has now moved the sites for debris to other parts of the city and have allowed us to have our schools be clear, clean, and safe. If community members and neighbors could help us by going to those new city dump sites and leave our students and staff safe and ready for school tomorrow, we very much appreciate it, and thank everyone in the community for your support of the Napa Valley Unified Schools. Again, this is Patrick Sweeney. Have a great day.
I have a few questions. One is the fact that California schools by law have to meet a much higher standard when it comes to seismic standards, I guess. So do you think that's what caused the engineers to say how impressed they were?
The question was, California public schools are required a much higher earthquake safety construction, and is that what has allowed the engineers to give us a great rating on our facilities? The answer is yes. Our schools are in great shape. Many of them are old. Some need to be modernized, more technology. However, in terms of safety, they all passed by structural engineers, architects. We had 3 teams visiting all 30 schools. Some schools have been double checked and triple checked. And yes, our California schools, fortunately, are strong, and you can count on the Napa schools to be strong as well.
What are the minor repairs that you mentioned that need to be done?
Some of the minor repairs include replacing windows that have broken. Some cabinets have fallen that need to be fastened to the walls. There are some cracks. They're not structural, dangerous cracks, but there are cracks in sidewalks and things like that. Those are some of the minor repairs that need to be done.
So you
How about
missed
Stonebridge Charter?
Stonebridge Charter is right near the epicenter of the fault. It's in Carneros. Stonebridge has some major cracks, fissures, and at this time they're not quite ready. There were some aftershocks this morning. I don't know if you felt them. Here in Napa, we felt them that have actually widened some of the cracks.
And will those students go to another school?
No, they're a charter school, and they were scheduled to start this week, so they've just delayed their opening until next week. I believe it's going to be next week, but I don't have the actual date.
And what type of decision did that make with the aftershocks that were going on? How big of a emphasis was that with the decision making of opening the schools tomorrow? Was there any great concern of the aftershocks? I guess I'm trying to say.
Fortunately, in California, many of us have had experience with earthquakes, and we know that there will be aftershocks. And in listening to our local officials, we felt that our schools are safe. We're safe if an aftershock were to occur. Our engineers, our architects have visited every school. Every school is found to be safe. Tomorrow morning, one of the first things our teachers will be doing is going through earthquake drills to remind students and practice the normal procedures if there were to be a strong aftershock. Now that it's day 3, we're expecting there to be less and less.
We know that all schools are state funded. How much did the district lose out by not having classes on Monday and today?
The question was, we are funded by our student attendance, and did we lose attendance funds by having school closed Monday and Tuesday? The answer is that the state, in their wisdom, have a law that allows, under emergency situations, to have your attendance be waived. And State Superintendent Tom Torlakson called yesterday and confirmed that with us directly. So our attendance and funding, in terms of the way the revenue is given to schools, will remain the same. In terms of cost, we're still doing that analysis.
And are you, how confident do you feel that all this debris will be cleaned up by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning? Or 7 a.m. or whenever school starts?
The question was about debris at our sites. I'd like to repeat. You can come up and bring that up. That's fine. The question was whether we think the debris will be picked up quickly. I'd like to look, first of all, remind the community that we're all partners. We're all in this together. The schools, the city of Napa, the county of Napa, other agencies and utilities, and we're glad that we were able to help them these last couple days. However, at this time, we would appreciate if our neighbors went to the city's designated debris sites, not at our schools. We have many neighbors dropping off their debris at our schools, and that was not the intention. However, we want to cooperate with the city. They're very busy downtown trying to fix rubble and things down there, and we're hoping our neighbors will help us by taking debris to their own, to the new sites that the city has designated. If you go on the city's webpage, you can find those locations. But if our neighbors could help us by not bringing their debris here, taking it to the city designated sites, that'd be great. We think we can still start school. We'll have the yellow ribbon around some of this debris.
Is anything going to be picked up tonight, or are you going to be yellow ribboning around the pile this size?
We're hoping, we've been assured by the city that they'll do their very best to help us with removing that debris, and that I would say 99.9% of it is not from our schools. My name is Patrick Sweeney. I am superintendent of Napa Valley Schools, and my name is spelled S-W-E-E-N-E-Y, Sweeney.
2 questions about Stonebridge Charter specifically. Number 1, can you describe the nature and size of the cracks, whether they were to walls or foundations or walkways in or outer? And the second question would be, what's the water situation there?
Let me answer the easy one first. There is water.
With full pressure?
Yes, we have water. We have water. As far as I know, we had water come on yesterday, water and electricity come on yesterday. All our schools have water. All our schools are safe structurally. At Stonebridge, I'm not sure what the seriousness of the cracks are, and I have not been to the site to see them myself. I've seen photographs, and my understanding is the front parking lot has pretty large cracks. At least one of the cracks goes through the campus. I'm not sure if it's structural underneath the building. I don't believe it's structural, but it may be, as you kind of insinuated, our water pipes.
How many students is that charter school?
I believe there's 180, but I should know that.
Could you tell me a little bit about your earthquake drills and how often you do them?
Okay, right. The Stonebridge Charter School is a K-8 charter school. They are to begin classes as soon as possible, but it may be next week. They had their own schedule. It's an independent charter school. They had their own schedule, and they're most likely to begin next week. Your question?
My question was about earthquake drills and how often you do them, what they involve, and how tomorrow's will be different than previous ones.
The question was about earthquake drills. We have several earthquake drills each year. We have other disaster type drills as well. The drills tomorrow will be very, very similar. as they always are. We have new, it's a new school year, so we just want to remind our students, our faculty's pretty well versed in earthquake drills, but they will be, they'll be redoing that in all our schools tomorrow. One of the first things we do.
These aren't the drop under your desk. That's old school.
There's some of that still.
Yeah.
Yes. Initially, when a quake strikes, you do want to get on underneath or next to a desk. As soon as the shaking stops, then we evacuate. It's not good to be evacuating when things might be falling.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.